recording now. We are recording on all systems, and we are back for episode 32
We back.
No Rewrites podcast. Joining us today is improviser, actor, all-around funny man, Lance Oribello.
Yo, what's up? It's me, Lance Oribello.
Damn
We've
it, I
never
missed
had
it.
that.
Yeah,
We've never had someone come in like fucking Ryan Seacrest.
it's good. It's good. Lance, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
I'm chilling. Thanks so much for having me. I've been listening since you guys were the Blue Sky.
Oh.
And I know you guys talk about that a lot.
We often...
And you guys don't shut the fuck about it. That's why I'm here today to talk about it.
formerly the Blue Sky podcast. We still mess up the title every now and then.
Yeah, we've been pretty good.
All my files are named Blue Sky.
Really? Still?
Yeah, and our
That's
emails and
funny.
shit are all...
We're
In
figuring
case
it out,
anyone wants to
man.
hack us, yeah.
Yeah.
Our first dog was named Roper because he was tied up out back. Yeah.
Oh, now it's sad.
Yeah.
It's always good to have someone on that's heard the podcast because we have to do less work now. I don't have to
Hell yeah.
explain
But
shit
what
to
if
everyone.
what if someone is just listening for the first time because they saw
Right.
Lance in a TurboTax commercial and they're
Right,
like
right.
trying to fucking
I gotta
figure
see
out
more of this
everything
guy.
that this,
What's up?
this
What's
handsome
up?
young man
Yeah.
has done? We are going to...
Well, I want to do like less work today and see if
Oh.
Lance can host and tell us
That's
how
fucked up.
and tell us how this podcast works.
Since we're not paying you,
Yeah, yeah. you
we're
work
just
for it.
wondering
on
if you
that.
could work for it a little more and describe what we do on formerly the Blue Sky podcast, currently No Rewrites podcast.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to No Rewrites. Here we write a short film on the spot based on a prompt that we pick randomly out of a jar, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
That was great.
Yeah.
One thing that you
Fuck!
absolutely
Fuck!
fucked up is that it's a bowl, not a
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad,
And the
guys.
radio drama part
My
you left
bad,
out
guys.
too.
We also perform it.
Yeah. the script at the end of it.
True.
Oh,
But
it's gonna be a long episode.
They would have figured that out eventually.
Guys,
Yeah.
you could dock my pay for this.
Yeah.
Sure.
You owe us money.
You
now.
get one. You get one less taco for lunch.
yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know we had a lunch break.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
fucking long day, kid. All right.
Feed the belly, feed the mind.
I'm gonna. Wait. Do we?
What did you guys watch this
Yeah,
week?
this is what I get to.
Oh,
That's all I want to talk about.
yeah. This is what a deal wanted the podcast to be about, but I wanted it to be hard. I want it to be difficult.
You want to do work on the podcast?
Yeah.
I watched Flow.
Oh, that's the cat movie, right?
I haven't seen it yet. It's on our list,
Yeah,
but like
okay.
we just don't always feel like crying, and I feel like I'm going to do
Oh,
that.
I didn't know it was sad.
I
I mean,
think-
I had a friend who cried watching it for sure, but I think it's just, if anything, like beautiful.
Right.
Damn. All I know is I saw a YouTube thumbnail that says the dude who made Flow made it on his laptop.
Yeah, he
by
made it on
himself.
Blender, one software,
So
Blender. That's
insane.
it.
No.
Yeah, it's the first independent animated film to ever win.
Wow. An
That's
Oscar?
sick.
Yeah,
Wow.
to win.
And I'm like, what?
Just to win
To
an
An
win
Oscar
what?
Mayer
Yeah.
eating contest.
That's
Um,
cool. I love that shit. I love
Yeah.
the fucking creator class.
What was an independent year? I feel, man. Nora won, $6 million budget. And
Yeah.
then fucking Flow won.
Hell
Yet-
yeah,
and
man.
animated.
Yeah, where's all the money going, guys? Where's all the money going to the Marvel?
I mean, I'm hyped for Doomsday. I'm just saying.
I'm kind of
Hell
hyped
yeah,
to
that
see the
cast,
Fantastic
man.
Four movie. I didn't realize they made it like all retro-y and
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
I've actually I've taken a break from Marvel, but Thunderbolts is kind of exciting.
Did
I
you?
haven't seen that.
It's the trailer.
Is
it's
it
just
out?
coming out in 2 weeks.
Oh
It's
shit.
kind of like making me go, okay.
Yeah, I haven't like watched anything at all about the latest Captain America one.
Me neither.
Oof.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I watched a bit of that and I stopped it very quickly.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Damn.
like the last good one was No Way Home. I feel, and then since then it's been actually Guardians 3 was great.
I loved Guardians
Yeah,
too. I did
The
too.
Guardians things are
3.
they just feel good. They're awesome.
and it's just well done.
or sometimes feel bad. For some of the
Yeah,
series.
Rocket.
I
Yeah.
finished White Lotus last night.
Oh, I've only watched season 1.
yeah, same.
Yeah. I mean, they're all good. Season 1's the best one for sure. This one's fine. It's just like something to watch.
That's your
so
take though. Season 1's the best one.
I'd say so, yeah.
Oh,
Because it felt
really?
it
I didn't
felt
even like season 1 that much.
Me neither.
So
I
you
bounced
might-
off it. I just thought everyone was really hateable.
Yeah. And
Well, that's
I don't
the-
mind
it-
it sometimes.
that's
but
the show, right? It's like
Mm.
classist kind of shit,
That
like
makes
just
sense.
rich people being fucking babies.
Yeah.
And it goes downhill, but not in any like horrible way. It's just like the first one was this big
Mhm.
COVID show, right? Like
Yeah,
they-
yeah,
it
bubble
was this
it
big.
was a COVID
It was like a
show,
bubble
huh?
show, so like it was a first of its kind, and they really did a good job in that first season, and it was surprising. So that was better for me.
Did you not like Thing then? Because you said everyone was hateable. Did you watch Succession?
Succession, no, I haven't,
so
man.
good.
No,
So
the
good. But
the
I'm
biggest
curious if you like
zeitgeist
it.
show I've been watching is Severance.
Did you finish it?
I loved it so
Yeah, it
much.
was
The
great.
ending was crazy.
That
dude.
ending, that's some graduate level ending, you know, when they're running away.
Some graduate level. I was a little annoyed because you were like, okay, you give us some answers, but you didn't give us all the answers. But it's fun to watch. It's really fun to watch. Since Breaking Bad is the first show where I will watch it week by week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
watch it,
subscribe
like,
to
when it
Apple
comes out.
TV,
Yeah.
man, for that shit.
There's a lot of good TV shows. Apple, actually, speaking of Apple, I just watched the first 2 episodes of The Studio.
Oh, dude. I was like, first episode I loved, and Katie couldn't watch it because it's too cringy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm going to watch this by myself then. And I started watching episode 2, and I'm like, this is way too close to home. Like, I can't. With him and Sarah Polley.
Yeah.
Fuck off,
Oh,
man. I
shit.
can't do it.
Bro,
It's just too
I love that shit
real.
though. So I'm like, but my thing is, I don't know if I've told you, and I don't want to be that guy, but it's like I was literally I'm working on a spec script right now of like a web series that's about filmmaking and watching it. There's scenes in it, and I'm like, it's so, you know, like when you watch something and you're like, I've wanted to make this so bad, but this is done at the highest level. Like I wasn't gonna get Martin Scorsese in mind. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I think that's like where. Like the zeitgeist is gonna go more into that direction of shows about shows. It's already happening. The franchise or whatever. There's another show.
Film isn't a closed system anymore. It's like everyone can do it. Everyone knows
But that's
how
why
it's
everyone's so
made.
intrigued by it.
And
So it's
exactly,
like,
it's
it's a hot
not
topic.
inside baseball.
Yeah, I'm just
anymore.
gonna download Blender and make something.
Yeah, dude. Man. Another great show, Paradise. Have you heard of that one?
No.
It's Sterling Brown. It's the guy.
This is also an Apple?
No, this is Disney Plus.
Oh shit.
Bro, it's so good. It's like it's popcorn television for sure. It's good TV, but have you seen?
Is that the one where he makes AI? He's an AI guy.
No.
Oh, okay. You said Sterling
Brown.
Oh, never mind.
I've never heard of
I'm
this.
confusing the character name of Mad Men, the guy with
Sterling
the
Cooper.
Yeah. I'm picturing that actor.
I
Anyway,
forget his
whatever.
name right now,
Yeah.
but no, it's Sterling Brown. So This Is Us, the black guy from This Is Us.
Oh, Sterling K. Brown. Yeah, and he's a bodyguard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I've
the
heard about
president.
that. Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's the creator of This Is Us making it. Who made it? Sorry, and
Sterling K. Brown has made me cry
Yeah.
many times.
that show, man, is fucking. I literally love This Is Us.
It's
like
great.
such-
Damn, I've
just
never
like-
watched it.
Oh, it's so good. Man.
I don't know anything about it.
If you want to feel real deep emotions for people that you don't know
And it's very.
and will never know.
What's the word? Like it's very like manipulative. That show.
Yeah.
Like, but in an artsy way. Like I don't watch soap operas, but that show, This Is Us. Not that it's a soap opera. It's like cinematic soap opera. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the music, the editing.
Yeah,
The-
it's
what I love,
super-
which he does in Paradise as well. He does that, and I'm such a fan of this filmmaking style. But it's like showing different timelines, very cohesively. Like
Mhm.
it's like it'll be a scene from 1972,
Mhm.
and then it'll be a scene from 2004, and then it'll be a scene from 2 weeks ago. Like in Paradise, it's literally like me and you are talking right now, and then it'll be another scene where we're talking like a year ago about something else, but everything connects. I don't know how to explain
That's
it, but it's like
sick.
it's like the Nolan thing where it's like time, but it's just they do it so well where they create layers on layers, and everyone has a backstory, and that's what the point of it is. It's just such a layered backstory. It gives every character by giving them
That's
all these
dope,
like
man.
scenes from their past in one episode.
That's cool.
It's just really well.
I gotta
Nice.
look it up. Recently, I watched Win or Lose on Disney
I
Plus.
really want to watch
that fucking Pixar show that
Baseball
follows like
Pixar show, yeah.
this little middle school baseball league or softball league team, and it's much the same where it just follows each character and like really focuses in on each of them in each
Nice.
episode.
I really want to see that.
They each have like some crazy animation gimmick that showcases like how their trauma is manifested
Whoa.
and like how their emotional
I didn't
processing
see that
is.
coming.
It's so sick.
Yeah,
Each one, it's like a new art style kind of thing
That's
for each
sick.
character.
I love that.
Highly recommend.
That's
Love
very
that.
Spider-Verse.
I finished also Common Side Effects this week.
Oh, I've been hearing raves about
What's
that.
this?
It's incredible. It's an Adult Swim show by
Okay.
Joe Bennett.
Oh, you told me about this.
Who also did Scavenger's Reign, which is also absolutely incredible. But yeah, Common Side Effects, which got renewed for a second season, which
Hell
is
yeah.
really exciting because it's like a weird, very high level animation and
It looks
kooky and-
weird.
yeah,
That art
it's-
style is like I haven't seen that shit before.
Oh man, Joe Bennett rules. Also, it's not it is a show, but I didn't finish the show yet because it's not done. But Invincible, I just finished the
Oh,
comic
hell
books. I
yeah.
finished Compendium 3 yesterday. Whew, so good.
Are you caught up on
That-
the show?
I am, but like yeah, in effect, now I'm like caught up on the entire series
Mhm.
by virtue of reading the
I
comics.
have
But the
such a
show
hard
I'm
time
caught up
watching
on.
that animation style.
You don't like Invincible?
Oh man,
I know. I'm sure it's gonna be great, and I'm gonna love it. It's just it takes me a while to get into like I can watch American Dad and Family Guy and Rick and Morty. I love Rick and Morty, but it's like when it comes to anime, I don't know what it is, man.
It's
just
American anime. It's not even
yeah,
quite anime.
100%. Yeah, it's definitely but
You don't have to bring race into it, Adil.
Come on, Adil. Just because I'm an Asian on the podcast.
Yeah, he just
sorry.
It's like, wow, he's gonna throw some lowball digs at Lance.
Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta give it a shot though. I heard it's amazing, and the new season's coming out, I think, right? Or got renewed at least.
It just came out.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, like, what is it?
It's-
a couple months ago or something?
It's really fucking good, and I can't say enough good things about the comic books. It's fucking unreal.
I'll give it a shot.
But yeah, how's everyone feeling though? You were saying, maybe there's something in the air, a mercury.
Yeah, Mercury.
See, that's what's in the air, bro. We can't even say the word right.
Mercury's in retrograde.
I've been kind of complaining a lot lately, where it's like just feels like I don't know, like just the air, the energy. It just feels like off right these days. It just feels like.
You sure you're not just bored?
Yeah. That's probably what it is, actually. Yeah, I'm just really bored.
You're just
Today's gonna be
standing
great.
around, man.
Yeah. Way to start this podcast. I'm so bored, guys. Let's do something. Let's make a script today.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
so bored.
Yeah.
I just want to say one last thing.
Please.
Recently, I did a watch of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Okay.
All 3 of them on the same day. So that I watched this on Saturday. So this is just like percolating in my head.
Oh,
You're like, for all the references I'm gonna make today, just keep in mind.
I just want to say that.
Yeah, I'm not a big. You're a Lord of the Rings fan, but the reason you're gonna be specifically Lord of the Rings today.
how was it? Was
You
it
just
one
watched it.
weekend to rule them all, or did you?
It
not
was
like 'em?
amazing,
Yeah.
honestly. I've read the books. I've been a big Lord of the Rings head for a while, but only textually. So watching all those movies for the first time, like, holy hell, they really hit it out of the park.
When you
couldn't get
started
into it.
reading
You don't
them,
like them?
No.
That's sad.
I think they're no. I don't.
They're
I don't,
fantastic.
I don't not like them. I think I missed the boat. Like when I watched them, I was like, cool.
the
that
only
was my
fantasy Adil likes is football.
reaction. No, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think I'm just that world building isn't for me. Like I love Harry Potter. Like I love the shit out of the book, especially.
Interesting.
But I think that's the only fantasy thing that I really like.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Have you watched Arcane?
I've watched a bit of
I will
Arcane.
never
It's
watch
too dark. It's like
Damn.
it's very dark. Like just the whole beginning thing and the thing with his brother, and it's
I
I never
love
watched
sad.
Game of Thrones either.
Game of Thrones fucking slaps until it doesn't. You know?
Yeah, well, I've heard that shit. Well, I watched the first whole season actually, and then I was like
Bounced
cool.
off it. I loved season 1.
I think it's that world. I just didn't. I'm like, I don't know. It's not relatable. I was
Respect,
never a king or a
respect.
prince or a fucking eunuch. So I can't.
Hey, I was king and eunuch, baby.
Huh? When was this, bro? In your previous lifetime?
I was about to
Tell
say,
us
yeah, I'm
more.
circumcised.
That's not what. I don't think you know what eunuch is.
no,
Jesus.
eunuchs, they cut off the whole thing.
Yeah, eunuch is a bot job. Eunuch is circumcision, but then that's a bot job.
It's just a really long circumcision.
That's funny. All right. Wait, what is the next part usually? Prompt.
We're
right?
gonna write the prompt next.
Okay, so you want to get more fodder for?
Well, I
Lance
was trying to
Oribello.
see is that that's what I was steering away from.
He's gonna
movies,
start
is just how we
circumcision
feel. Yeah.
Yeah, like get
Yeah.
away from long circumcision,
we,
guys.
we don't even need to draw on this fodder. We can just do something else.
Do whatever we want to do.
Let's do it. We're just
Bro.
gonna go to the next section.
Let's get it. The prompt.
Lance has written 5 different things on 5 different Post-it notes,
Mhm.
and Adil is going to reveal them from the
Can I ask
bowl.
Lance?
Yo.
Not the jar. Did you? What we talked about was this influenced by anything from today?
A little
Holy
bit.
shit, my
A little bit. Some of them are influenced. Some of them are like, I don't know. Whatever.
How much was this influenced by today?
My voice is like,
Let's
fuck.
see. I'm curious. I already forgot what I wrote.
It is. You fucking.
What?
Oh no,
It's Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
The prompt today. Original is fine. We've never had this one. Or
Okay, yeah,
Even
I mean-
close to this one.
Yeah, it's true.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, baby.
Okay.
Can I ask? Oh wow.
Did you go to theater school?
No.
Fuck, we're fucked.
We're fucked. We're fucked.
Hey guys, I've seen O, which is the reimagining of Othello.
Oh, yeah? How was it?
But it's set in a high school film, a movie. It's high school basketball team. So we're good. and I've seen 10 Things I Hate About You, which is also a Shakespeare play.
Respect.
And I've
Oh.
seen She's the Man, which is also a Shakespeare
That's
play.
what I was thinking of when I wrote it down.
There we
Oh,
go. See, there's like
Where she goes with
we've
that.
seen them. We've seen Shakespeare.
Yeah, I've
all
seen
right?
Shakespeare.
okay, great.
We're good, dude. We're good. Oh my god, dude, we're so good.
Great,
Yeah, don't even worry. Fucking
great.
Julia Stiles in this bitch.
Hell yeah.
Have you guys seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, back in the day.
So good. Okay, so what can I ask? What prompted you to prompt this?
Shakespeare. I just like how they talk, honestly. I was watching What We Do in the Shadows recently, and every time Laszlo says anything, you know that character played by Matt Berry?
I haven't seen it.
He's always like,
Matt Berry.
yes, I'm Matt Berry. That kind of shit, you know?
Well,
Just like
fuck you.
old English accents.
You
and
want
that
us to write
kind
a
of
script where it's
speech.
all like thou and thee and holy
I don't
fucking
know.
shit?
It could be fun. Could be fun.
All right.
But
You know what's gonna end up happening? Can I just predict the
Let's
future
hear
right
it.
now?
3
Let's
pages.
1 page. Here's a
Just a
monologue.
soliloquy, yeah.
No, you know what's gonna end up happening? We're gonna write a script about the actors making a Shakespeare.
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
No,
my-
let's
that's our bread and
not.
butter.
Let's not do that.
Come on.
Let's not do
That's
that.
our bread and butter, dude. We're gonna just make the making of that.
Let's do a movie about a guy with halitosis, with chronic bad breath, and call it Macbeth. Or
Our films
or
are
a
usually
story
a bad
about-
pun, or they're fucking the making of something.
or a love story between a bubble and a woman, and it's called Fomeo and Juliet.
Fomeo
Give me 2
is
more.
crazy.
Okay. A Midsummer Night's Dream, and we just rip off Midsummer.
Midsummer. I do love Midsummer.
We just
One of
do
my
like
favorites.
the sort of weird
yeah.
ritual killing thing,
Okay.
and then one more.
One more, baby. One more. Oh, what if it's a guy who falls asleep in a tub of Jello, and then they walk in and they go, "Oh, Jello!"
Yeah.
That's
Probably better than what I was digging for,
Yeah,
which was
I just-
nothing. I'm just like scraping.
I
the
knew
bottom
"Oh,
of the-
Jello" was the ending. I don't know how to get there. That was
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, you got any?
Well, we got a lot of good options so far. Should
Yeah,
we move
those
to the
are
next
all
section?
great. No one wrote any of them down, I don't think.
Fuck.
Bro, right here. Oh, Jello, fucking locked and loaded.
No,
baby.
no. My only terrible idea is much a poo about nothing.
It's a poo
It's
Nasa
a-
Peter pedal hunt up from Simpsons.
But I don't think we could do
Whoa.
a poo. Not this. I don't think.
I'm Brown. We got this. I can do the accent guy. Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Which movie made a remake of that? How about let's do that before we move on to the next step. Let's see what's the famous movies that we've seen. Modernized Shakespeare films that, let's see, remake. So Much Ado About Nothing.
Anyone but you.
Oh, the new one with Glenn Powell.
The Northman?
That's Hamlet.
Hamlet.
Yeah.
Hamlet, baby.
Have you seen Northman? It's fucking great. Hamlet's like done so many times. Like Lion King is Hamlet.
Lion
isn't it?
King is Hamlet.
Strange Brew.
Lion. I'm writing down Lion.
Bob and
King.
Doug McKenzie.
What the fuck is that?
That's Bob and Doug McKenzie are like it's Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas, I think. They're like hoser guys, but they're in this list for some reason.
West Side Story is Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, so
Deliver Us
true.
from Eva.
That's okay. 1 second. Is that Tyler Perry? Is that Tyler Perry?
It must be.
O is the one. It's literally called O, and it's so good. And that's the one that's
No.
it's Othello, but it's like a high school basketball team, and then the
Mm.
characters of Othello are in it.
Now the one I fuck with is Romeo and Juliet.
Never seen that, but I know of it.
But there's Romeo and Juliet 2, which has like a gnome Sherlock Gnomes, which is so
wow, they
funny
just
to me.
the whole fucking franchise is just
I
puns.
know.
What about we do like Spider-Man No Way Gnome?
So
Yeah, the gnome
there's
variant
nothing
of
Shakespeare
Spider-Man.
about that. You took the gnome from fucking Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, you're allowed to take whatever you
No,
want
but
from the
there's-
suggestion.
True.
A to C, baby.
That is
A to
I'm down with
C.
A to C as fuck.
I'm down with it.
Explain A to C, John, while I search for more.
Well, instead of going from A to B, which is the next logical step, you skip a step and you get weirder and go from A to C.
Which is literally Spider-Man No Way Gnome, because you're taking fucking Romeo and Juliet, which is already a pun of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, and
You're
then
not
making
taking the
another
Shakespeare part
pun
of it, but
out
you're
of
taking the
context.
gnomes.
Yeah.
Well,
Warm Bodies was Shakespearean.
which
That's the zombie movie
which
that I guess it's
fucking-
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, interesting. Which one is 10 Things I Hate About You? Which Shakespeare play is that? It is The Taming of the Shrew. Oh, of course. Okay, so we have there's Taming of the Shrew, which is She's the Man. We have Warm Bodies, this is Romeo and Juliet. We have Lion King. We have Northman, which is all Hamlet.
I'm just going to look up Shakespeare conspiracies for a sec here because
I mean, the biggest one wasn't there an Anonymous film that came out that's about the guy who wrote Shakespeare? He had a ghostwriter
Oh yeah.
where he didn't write all his plays.
the idea of the Shakespeare conspiracy refers to the idea that someone other than William Shakespeare of Stratford-upon-Avon wrote the plays and poems attributed to him, with prominent alternative author theories including Sir Francis Bacon and Edward de Vere, Earl of Oxford.
Damn.
Go on.
I don't think there's anything funny about that.
Yeah, I mean, we went through like. Have you guys seen She's the Man? By the way, you've seen She's the Man.
I
No.
have not.
Wait, what? You said you thought of that when you were thinking of the Shakespeare thing?
No,
What is
I was.
that?
Wait, no, that's the one where she goes like that. Yeah, I have seen that one.
There's
I have seen
more
that
to the fucking film than
She
her
goes
just
like that when
flashing.
she does that,
yeah,
right? On the soccer field.
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah,
She pretends to be. It's like Mulan.
I've seen. She's
Oh,
the Man.
Mulan is
Is that Shakespeare?
well, if She's a Man is because She's a Man is the same kind of script.
So, did you just A to C that?
Well, I mean, I ate to B to half that.
I think Mulan's based on its own mythology.
Well, am I culture vulturing right now? Fucking, I'm like that. Let's see, Mulan. Oh, while Mulan and Shakespeare's play Twelfth Night are both stories with elements of gender bending and disguise, they are distinct works with different contexts and themes, and there isn't a direct connection. Fair, okay. It's like calling Tootsie fucking Shakespeare because he's doing the gender bending. Okay, so there's a lot of Shakespeare plays. It just comes down to, do we want to do the thing of taking a very popular Shakespeare play and taking a bit of it and adapting it into a modern day, right?
That just seems like a lot hefty for a short,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's like one option, but you're totally right. I agree. I don't want to do that. The other option is
Here's option one. I don't want to do this
Yeah.
one, by the
Hey,
way.
I'm just gonna pitch
It's
it.
democracy.
If
okay?
you guys pick it, I'm
It's
gonna be sad.
democracy. I got to give you even stuff I don't like. You guys got to get a vote on. The other option is we just do like Shakespeare dialogue and make our own Shakespeare play with like art thou bullshit.
It could be a Shakespeare stoner comedy.
That sounds pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
Like they get drunk off mead or something. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dude, with my carriage.
Dude, where's my carriage?
Is really funny. That's really funny. That's really fucking funny. Dude, that's really fucking funny. Besides the title, I don't know where else that film is. It's basically just
We could just do a trailer for Dude, Where's My Carriage? And we'll just like we'll just go frame by frame through the Dude, Where's My Car trailer and change the
And then
dialogue.
what would it be where it's like, he's like, sweet dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's dust.
Thou.
Dust.
Thou.
What does mine say? Dust. So that's a great option. We should probably go to the next section.
Shakespeare stoner comedy is so funny to me.
Or I'm gonna flip this idea,
Let's
which
hear
is
it.
my favorite idea still, which I know John doesn't want to do, is actors making a Shakespeare play. It's like
It's just too weird.
know.
Like it's too well. The territory is too well trodden,
Yeah.
especially now that Seth Rogen's on the scene. Where did he come from? Just
Yeah.
fucking out of nowhere. Gets
Heard of
this
this
show.
guy. Yeah.
I mean, Slings and Arrows, wasn't that like a famous Canadian?
Yeah, that was a
TV series
Stratford
about
thing.
making a Shakespeare play or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. What's his name? The Northern Exposure guy.
I don't know any of these words.
My friend Grace is in that show.
Oh, sick.
It's fun.
Just a thought. Sounds like we're blue skying right now. So should we?
Should we move on? Okay, yeah,
'Cause we
okay.
know the prompt.
So
We like the
okay,
prompt.
we're gonna move on to the next section now.
Before we do, for the prompt, fuck you, Lance.
What? It's the blue sky part.
Lance and Spear are actually kind of close.
Oh.
Shakespeare, Shake Lance.
Shake Lance.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we're going to the next part.
That's you nailed it. None.
I will think of something to bring this episode to us by, but I don't know what that is yet.
Hell yeah.
I'll find an ad break at some point.
I mean, there is something. Okay, how about this? Oh wow. Okay, how about this? So, dude, where's my carriage? Sorry.
Dude, where art thou, carriage or whatever?
Was hilarious,
it's- That is like,
And then as you're talking about,
I just want to make the poster.
Can we just make a bullshit film just so we can make the poster?
It'd be funny if this was a graphic design podcast.
They always look pretty sick, I guess.
Well, I was gonna say podcast wise too. It's like instead of doing what it usually is done, you take a Shakespeare play and you put it there. What if
Do the thing into
'Cause
a Shakespeare?
we-
Okay,
we-
that
we-
that's
that could
cool.
be
I dig
interesting
that.
because
Yeah.
even
dig
I'm thinking like I don't know if we do a hybrid or just pick one film, but it's like imagine podcasts in Shakespeare time. Like, what does that look like? It's just a bunch of dudes with bullhorns sitting there
Oh.
talking into horns, and people around them are listening, or like in their house because they're so loud about it, they're listening, or it's like finding new technology and new shit and new films like Matrix or again podcast. I don't know why that's in the same sentence right now. But the whole thing of like modern stuff and taking it back to Shakespeare time.
Taketh now the red pill and join me in your future. Or taketh the blue.
And you know, before he takes the pill, he has to go to side stage and go, should I? I can't do this.
If only he knew that I was a woman dressed as a man.
Dressed as a woman.
Dressed as a woman again.
I know the ancient art of Kung Fu.
That's Japanese Shakespeare. You went like, Kung Fu. Confucius, hey.
He kind of how he says it in the Matrix. He kind of throws a little lilt on there in the Matrix. He's like, I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, they
That's a sounded a little bit British.
Yeah.
Well, I did find a Dude, Where's My Car beat sheet.
That's great.
A plot guide for writers.
Hell yeah.
We meet protagonists Jesse and Chester, two 20-something best friends living in the suburbs who wake up one morning with severe hangovers and no memory of what happened the night before. As they stumble through their home and try to piece things together, they discover a fridge full of chocolate pudding, pizza everywhere, and a stranger sleeping in their closet.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
That's just the first beat. And
that's the first beat. Wow.
That could happen in a Shakespeare movie. Like, what a fest of libations we had the other night. Hark, a vagrant in my water closet.
My cold cellar. What dost thou do in my cold cellar?
I'm just gonna be on the sidelines and pitch ideas. You guys are I can't. You guys, the way you're thinking of these words and the way they talk, I can't do it. Like, you guys so quickly got onto that. That was amazing.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love it.
You just gotta do a bit of a British accent and say a lot of doth.
Doth. Okay, doth.
Doth thou.
Yeah. Okay, so do we like the idea of just taking Dude, Where's My Car and doing it? Or should we make it modern day life? And you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, let's think about it.
We could do both. We could take Dude, Where's My Car and then add some more shit.
Yeah, there
to
could be like anachronistic kind of things.
Yeah.
Because they could have, so would we set it also, we would set a modern story in old times?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's an idea. The more we do it, I'm like, are we going to run out of fodder or like out of ideas to do that?
Doth thou seeneth my tablet charger?
We can't say charger, but
well, the tablet,
oh, just even my tablet, and then you take out, it's a fucking brick.
Yeah,
it's like it's literally a tablet, like a Moses tablet, you know? He takes it to the washroom, the tablet.
Yeah.
He takes this big fucking chiseled out tablet to the washroom to take a dump. To the outhouse, I mean.
What are you
just
whittling?
seen something on Craig's list. The list Craig posts on the wood.
Actual list.
It's a parchment of paper has been going around.
Yeah, okay. So what's like a...
Because you could even literally do like Three's Company, Shakespeare. You know what I mean? Or like Friends, the TV show, but Shakespeare. You know, like there's so
compatriots.
There you go. Yeah, there's something there.
That's sick. I'd be down for that.
I like the Dude, Where's My Car because there's actually like an engine.
Yeah,
no pun intended. But
I mean, we could. We could also like I said, like you were saying, Dude, Where's My Car, and then add maybe these jokes in there, modern jokes, you know, into Shakespeare time.
Yeah, fuck. Because Dude, Where's My Carriage is just such a funny title, but I hate to like just glom onto that and not explore everything else. But yeah, some sort of like just a quick little journey. Maybe it is like he has lost his carriage, but we encounter sort of modern situations in that context as he goes looking for it. You know, it's just like a 5 beats, 5 stops, and then he gets to his.
Yeah, because I was gonna say we can just call the movie "Dude, Where's My Carriage," which is an amazing title. And the thing is, the title is just a wink at here's a modern film in old time, but we don't have to take any of the old script. You know what I mean? It's just the name that we're taking as a pun or joke. Sorry. Because it's like the point of this, the punchline is it's like modern day film and storytelling, but done in Shakespeare time.
I also found a Shakespeare, English to Shakespeare.
Perfect.
Oh, dude, I need that. Fucking download that in my brain.
Dude, where's my car? Brother, where's mine own car?
I sound kind of Irish with it.
Give me something to translate.
Where the hoes at? No.
Classic. That's
Classic.
your default statement.
That's my default statement.
Surprisingly, it's where the hoes at.
That's not.
I'd probably say, "Where art mine concubines?" or something like that.
I'm running late for work. As simple as that. What did that turn into?
I'm running late for work. I'm running late for work.
Kind of
all it does is just
so
it takes out the vowels and puts apostrophes in there. So we can just use that trope. Just rip out a lot of vowels. Okay. No vowels. It's in the notes.
That'll translate really well in a radio drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we want to, and to make it feasible,
Apostrophe R.
to make it I don't know, edible or digestible, or I don't know what today. For people who are listening, go on.
Today's episode is brought to you by Edible Films. Films that you can eat. Hungry? Watch and I got nothing.
I just let you go. I could have helped, but I was like, I want to see what happens.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna say, what if it's a guy? Hear me out.
I like a guy.
Why does it always have to be a guy?
Goes back, like he wakes up in Shakespeare time. It's like Wizard of Ozzy kind of a little bit or whatever.
Oh, like
because that way
he got so drunk the night before that he wakes up in Shakespearean time.
And it's like Midnight in Paris. If you see
The Hangover.
really
Hangover.
Because he's looking for his carriage. He's like trying to get back into. It's like Doc and Marty, but imagine Marty goes on his own mission,
and he's just a drunk degenerate.
And he ends up in medieval time, Shakespeare time, because I'm taking the medieval time short we did. Shakespeare time, because that way you have one character, which makes it interesting. That's like talking like this, and then you have everyone else being like doth, and they're all doing like all the plays are happening in this world. Like I mean, it's a short film, so we can't do that many, but like literally, he's in one of the Shakespearean like universes.
Yeah, you know how you can get there too. Okay, just bear with me for a sec. Like the whole sword and stone thing. Like you can get the sword out, like Excalibur out of the stone if you're worthy of it. Like he's just hammered in like this European town or whatever, and there's like a sword and stone in the town center, and he's just like drunk and vandalizing it, and he ends up ripping it out because somehow he's worthy, and then he gets transported into this thing. And
but here's the reason I said car or something is so then the movie's about him finding his carriage. His car. Dude, where's my car? And they're like, your car? And he goes, my carriage. Like he's like, I don't know, you guys don't understand me.
So he doesn't realize he's like transported back in time?
Well, maybe he does, and then he has to start working with them to help him get back. You know what I mean?
I see.
And like
just a pitch.
First scene, he's just like super degenerate, like destroying his life, like just the biggest piece of shit. And then he somehow redeems himself in the past.
How do you feel, Lance?
Kind of sounds like an isekai.
There is a bit of
anime trope.
No.
Someone's transported to a whole different world. Usually they're very medieval fantasy oriented.
So Adil would hate it.
Yeah.
All the things. Like
it's already anime.
And fantasy.
It's already anime, brother.
And fantasy.
I mean, that sounds cool. And I mean, that could do it.
I just
the time travel thing could work.
One person that's like fish out of water. You know what I mean?
Adil just wants a part for himself.
Yeah. One character who doesn't have to talk like in fucking British time.
He's brown. He's got really good hair, and he's a fish out of water. And he's the lead. He's the lead.
And more very importantly, he's the lead. Yeah.
And Lance doesn't need to be in there.
And it was an offer. He didn't audition. He offered. The role was offered.
Yeah, I'm like telling you the story of how the guy got the role.
But like he could think it's like, so yeah, we got to figure out how he gets back in time, or does he just drink himself to the fucking 17th century?
Maybe he just drinks so much he thinks everything around him is Shakespeare, but it's just like normal modern times around him, but the way his mind filters it is such that comes to him in like ye old whatever accent.
Could be that.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't need to be so fantasy, because I know you hate that.
No, I want to do fantasy. I don't mind writing fantasy. I just don't know. I can't really watch too much of it. My only thing, so I actually just watched an episode. Have you guys seen Scrubs?
Yeah.
I must have brought Scrubs
back in the day.
I love Scrubs.
Dude.
Talking about the Brendan Fraser episode?
No. I know that episode. I just watched it too recently. Like I'm rewatching the whole thing for the millionth time. There's an episode. Have you seen the musical episode?
Yes.
It's brilliant, dude. It's like this woman who has this like brain tumor or kind of thing where she sees everything in a musical. And that whole episode is like that was their way of doing a musical. Scrubs episode is that little, loophole. But it's because she's so when she's not in the room, they're not singing.
Right.
When she walks in, they start singing and stuff. That's like the Shakespeare.
Yeah, exactly.
But my worry, I love that concept. Is just it's so complicated for a short film. That's my worry, at least. Like that's my hesitance. But I do like that though. I do love when it's like, one person sees the world in one way, and then everyone around him's like, when he's not there, they're like, why does he talk to us like we're Shakespeare times or whatever?
I wonder if it's just a matter like at the start, he like bumps his head or some shit like that, or the doctor says you have a tumor that's affecting your perception, but then like cuts to his perspective.
It's
like, thine have a tumor that is malignant in thine. Just say thine over and over.
It's looks like your tumor is old timey.
You have an old timey tumor.
It could be that, like head injury. Could be
or it could be fantasy and time travel. I still like that.
Could be a car accident. Yeah. Like he's drunk driving and he crashes his car and then finds his carriage and then realizes he's dead.
Well, what if you find
It's like Shyamalan.
what if he's dead and then you find out that heaven is Shakespeare time?
Heaven is Shakespeare.
Like when you go to heaven, you're like, everyone talks like this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's just what heaven is. Okay, we guess. Okay,
It could be that, or it could be an actor who hits his head and can't like he's in character and he can't get out of being Shakespeare.
Oh, he's gone too method.
He gets stuck in.
That's so funny.
He gets stuck in Shakespeare.
That's fucking hilarious.
I knew I said I didn't want it to be about an actor, but
And then it could be
funny.
about the film that he's making, and we're just focusing on the film that he's making.
Yeah, exactly.
I get what I wanted.
All of a sudden, Adil likes the story.
I still like the. What's that? Is there a Martin Lawrence film? I think it is. It's a Heath Ledger. I think it's Martin Lawrence. What two actors confused? Eh? Is it Martin Lawrence or Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger did have a medieval film.
Yeah, that's what.
It's
It was,
A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale.
Okay.
That's actually one of the prompts I did put was medieval sports movie,
Whoa,
which is
that's
what I
pretty
was
good.
thinking
Oh,
of A Knight's
then-
Tale because I fucking love that movie.
Is it? Can
There'd
I
be
ask?
tons
I
of
haven't
lancing
seen
in
it,
that.
But is it time travel related at all?
No, it's not time travel.
So it is.
related.
It's like.
But the way it's shot, it's like structured around a normal modern sports movie structure, but it's set in Shakespeare
so
times.
cool.
So he's like working his way up as a lancer, like a jouster, but they're treating it like,
It's like
he's a
Rocky,
sports star.
but with
Mm.
that.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's so
Fuck,
good.
I gotta watch that.
Honestly, I love that movie.
So the what I'm thinking of, okay, well, I searched Knight's Tale, and one of the weird thing people also ask is, what are the inappropriate scenes in a Knight's Tale?
That's a common question asked.
Yeah, what a weird.
Maybe there's some shit that like didn't.
No, and then the answer is, parents need to know. There's frequent. Oh, so I think it's parents asking like, can I watch with my kid? Because it's like, there's jousting and sword fighting violence. Characters fall off horses, sustain several bruises, some blood. A man is shown hanging dead from a gallows.
Mhm.
Dude, we can't say bruises on the podcast.
Yeah, you said it right into the mic, but okay.
Really? Fuck. Okay, Justin, can you
cancelled.
bleep that out?
Yeah, Justin, please. No bruises. Wait. Oh, Green Knight. Is that what it's called?
That's the A24 movie?
No, that's the wrong one too. What the fuck's a Martin Lawrence film? Knight. Black Knight. Well, yeah, I should have thought of that before Green Knight. That makes okay.
That looks so funny.
Yeah. I think that's literally that. He works at Medieval World theme park. And
And then he gets zapped back in time somehow?
Yeah, while cleaning
Wasn't
the
that?
moat,
I
he
remember
tried-
you guys did a
Oh, blow to the
medieval
head.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
did that one where he went through a portal
But
or whatever.
We
the
can't do the blow to the head.
But we could do.
Let's do drunk driving car accident. Let's
But I'm
make
just
him a
saying,
degenerate.
that film Black Knight could be like our. I don't know.
The thing we steal?
Yeah, let's move away from Dude, Where's My Car? Let's do Black Knight.
Yeah.
We gotta steal something.
We got to steal something.
I mean, all movies are.
But it is
yeah,
fucking.
all movies are. It's,
my-
it's no rewrites, but yes, rehash.
We're all just drawing on the monomyth, okay?
It's true. It's true. Shakespeare's ghostwriter set us all in the motion.
Any of these ideas percolating, or you guys?
I like the drunk journey thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where
If
he
Martin
actually ends
Lawrence
up in-
didn't get a blow to his head, I might want to pick that. Or yeah, maybe the actor stuck in. I like drunk guy who gets sucked back into time to find his carriage.
Do we want to do a crossover where it is Marty McFly in Shakespeare time? I feel like you could do a great Marty McFly. I don't know why. I feel like you could do it. Can you try? We can hear it.
What's a line that he says?
Back to
Hey,
thine.
Doc!
Back to
Hey,
thy.
Doc! I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's more,
I could do more-
it's squeaky.
Yeah, if you do one of these, you gotta.
I could do Marty, get over here, Marty.
You're doing Rick.
Yeah, I know. Morty, get over here, Morty.
It's
working. I don't know, Rick.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
jeez.
Fuck. I just had something to progress the story, but I lost it. because-
Marty McFly, Doc.
Oh yeah.
Doc Ock.
Back to thy future.
Back to thine future.
I mean, I'll be honest. If we end up with this idea, we have to do Dude, Where's My Carriage, no matter what.
Yeah, well then let's
But
not bring Marty
no.
McFly in.
But why not? Marty McFly. It's Back to the Future. Semicolon. Dude, where's my carriage?
Adil was like, let's not make it too complicated, but let's also cross
But
over
two
Marty
titles.
McFly into
And put a
this
little
shit.
Black Knight in there too.
Yeah. Or have I learned to stop worrying and love the Black Knight?
That's funny.
So what could happen then in medieval times to a modern man, and what kind of things? Like if you were transported
Well,
back.
if you're Marty McFly and you're,
He's really pushing.
Wait, that
Marty
depends. If
McFly.
I'm Marty McFly or am I me? No, but look, let's just Let's
You
just put
didn't know where to go with that.
let's just put a pin in the Marty McFly thing for a second.
Well, okay. Okay, no. Okay, when I say Marty McFly, what I mean is like a guy with a time machine. Sure. All right. It could be the reason I'm saying Marty McFly is because he has a DeLorean, which is the carriage, quote unquote.
Right.
So a guy
But
with a car,
Yeah.
because or how?
But
about
I
this?
think he
What
has
if he's
to
at a
accidentally transport back.
So what if he's at a Shakespeare? So what if what if it's like a Shakespearean museum, right?
Okay.
And he gets into this like, have you guys seen Midnight in Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woody Allen, Owen Wilson, really fucking good movie, and it's like this. It's like at Midnight in Paris. You just get like they don't explain the technology. It's
He
just
just
interesting. You just end up in a street and you're in. You said right?
I've
Yeah.
seen it.
So what if it's like he's in a museum and is a carriage from Shakespearean times or some kind of thing?
I think there needs to be some fun way to get into
want some
it.
crazy
I
shit.
want something to happen, like the Sword and Stone thing, where he's trying. It's an act of vandalism, but he actually is the chosen one. But he has to rise to become who he is, or whatever.
Like he proves himself in Shakespearean times.
Yeah,
and
and
then
then-
he gets back.
Or even like
and then comes
really,
back, and he just wakes up and he's pissed himself, and he's like, "Fuck,
Yeah. Well,
that was
okay,
such a good dream."
again because it's a short film and could be from 5 to 10 pages or less or whatever.
Mhm.
What if we just start the cameras on him and we his dolly out or like boom up and it's like he's waking up and he's in we don't explain how because that's a very feature film thing to explain the first act. What if it's a short film, he's already there and now he's confused and people are just talking, and the ending is we still have the ending where he wakes up from it, but we don't really show him get into it, we just do it. I mean, this is an idea.
I like that. I like jumping right into it, honestly.
Yeah, right. Because then we have to do build up. It's just like right into it, and he's so confused, and we can have fun with that and all that shit.
When it's dulling out, though, is he still in like modern clothes, or has he already been fully transformed?
Well, I think if he's in that time, if it's time travel, should he be in regular clothes? Because he's just like
I feel like you'd want him if you want to do the true fish out of water thing. Like we should
Regular
visually separate him from everyone
Yeah.
and give people a reason to like be
Makes
like, "What
sense.
dost thou wear?
yeah.
On thine
They're like commenting on his
loins.
clothes. Yeah.
Sup with thine loins, dude."
Dude, what are those? I couldn't even.
I'm interested in that only in the respect of like a challenge, because like how do we?
I just think that takes a whole.
It does. It takes too much time. I'm with
Yeah.
you for 100%. But like I'm also like, well, then what are we? How do we?
But that's the point of a show.
Do we need to tell this story? It's just a needle drop into a thing where we enter and exit, and we don't need to know what the fuck got him there. We just need to see like he's hungover or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's more because then we can spend time on that world more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not be like, because what I would hate is like we get to the world and we're like, we're already 2 pages in. We got to wrap this up already.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
it's like, let's start.
I don't
have
think it's
fun
an
with the
interesting
world.
challenge. Yeah. And then just like maybe we know why he got there or how he got there. Maybe we find a way to stitch it in, or maybe we don't.
I will say it could be cool if we were doing the perception one. Like we start and he's like just waking up all drunk, but every so often there's flashbacks, like a doctor reaching out to him or something like that, or like a carriage pulling up and then there's a flashback and it looks like an Uber pulling up.
Right.
instead.
Wait, sorry. Are you saying that because you're pitching not time travel? You're pitching he just has like a disease or something.
Yeah, because then we don't really have to explain like the camera movement and the brief interstitials are just showing that this is real
Well,
life.
you know what's interesting about what you're, like that idea is no, don't even do flashbacks. You start the whole scene again. He's sitting or he's waking up, right, whatever, and he's like, the people are talking to him in Shakespearean times, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm in whatever, like, I've been time traveled. What's the word for that? I woke up in a different era, whatever, right? And for the first page and a half, you're leading the audience on as if that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then when he leaves the room, it's like very M. Night Shyamalan almost, or like a twist where it's like when he leaves, they're like, why does he keep talking to us? Like, why is he acting like we're speaking a different language? Because you find out almost page and a half in that that's what it is.
Yeah, that he's just
Mm.
drunk
When he
out of
leaves,
his
they're
mind.
talking about him, and
Mhm.
it's like, and it's almost like and you could go as Community and weird, like Dan Harmon's Community, where it's like he's actually maybe even in like an asylum or something.
And
Like,
it's
he's like-
still
he's
very
just-
easy to throw into jokes of like, oh, we're transforming some modern concept into Shakespeare.
Right. Yeah. It does take away a bit from that, but you're right. It does do that because like it's this we're doing like a meta thing where it's like this guy thinks he's in modern time Shakespeare, whatever, but really he's just either a patient in an asylum or he has some kind of disease or he's at
Or he's just so blackout drunk or something.
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
He's just hammered. That's
I like,
weird
there's
idea.
something in there. I like the idea of flashes and stuff because he could be like trying to get fruit from a fruit stand, and then it like quick flash frame of like someone at Starbucks being like, "What's your name?"
Exactly.
And it's just like Steve, and we go back to the
Yeah,
old
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know, like just little flashes like that, and at the end we can reveal that. Like, I don't know,
yeah.
I don't know. Because it's checkerboarding, like being in the medieval world and leaving the room, and then we're back in the real world with the friends being like, "What the fuck's up with Dave?"
But then we stick to that world, and because now that the audience knows, then it's about figuring out how to cure this guy.
Yeah, I'd rather just see him experience a thing.
But then I don't know what the story is. It's just him going through a. So yeah, okay, fair. So what is the engine? So that's the cool format we're doing, where it's like flashes. What's the
well? The engine could still just be, dude, where's my car?
Right, he's still just looking.
And then once he finds it, he just sleeps in the car and
he wakes up.
It's all normal again, or something like that.
Yeah,
and he's pissed himself.
he has to piss himself by the end.
I was obsessed with meatball subs last week, and now I'm obsessed with pissing himself.
You piss freak.
Piss freak.
What's a good handle? For like social media or like for gaming?
Piss freak. Freak. I'm sure it exists. I'm sure someone's got it.
Someone's got it. There's got to be a bigger freak than me out there. Okay.
So what happens? Then what happens? What is he? He's just looking for his car, and then we can just find some sort of, like find it in the writing session, or do you want to like kind of chat it?
No, I think we got to talk it out a bit because I still don't know what we at least need the engine because is that what it is? This guy wakes up, he's drunk.
I mean, the engine for Dude, Where's My Car, like the original movie, it's just like two dudes encountering a whole bunch of like different characters and wacky situations.
No, but it's part of like an alien thing, and there's like a whole story about how they get caught up in the wrong which is fine. We could do that for ours too, but that's what I'm saying. What is it? Like he wakes up, he's drunk, he talks to people, and they're speaking Shakespearean to him. And he's not, so he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" But then, there's like, I'm down to go into the writing session, but I think it's too vague right now. What we're talking about, like, I don't know what the fucking story is right now.
Yeah,
we have ideas, but we don't have like a story right now.
Right. What if we bring Marty and Doc back on the table?
What if a deal up?
Deal's back in?
What if this fucking guy gets drunk off his ass and breaks into the DeLorean and passes out in the back and. He just fucking hitches a ride. He's the
back character. He's like and then they leave him because they don't know he's there.
Yeah, and he's just like out doing shit.
Hey, Doc, where's the DeLorean, man?
Yeah, and then you find out at the end of the film, like you cut to Marty and Doc, and it's like they've been doing this by accident. Like they actually have like a tally of 10 people have been displaced.
It's like we need to put an alarm system in the DeLorean.
Yeah, and at the end of the movie, it like shows he has a statue in whatever Shakespeare time.
Piss stained pants.
Like he changed the course of history. This drunk fuck up.
I like
the
that.
best Shakespeare play is Dude, Where's My Carriage? Because he's there, he gets like this fucking. He writes like his favorite film. This guy, piss drunk guy's favorite film is Dude, Where's My Carriage? So realities change, and now that's the biggest Shakespeare play of all time.
Yeah. That's
really funny.
That's fucking good.
Drunken fuck up. Hitches a ride on the DeLorean or something.
He hitchhikes by accident or wakes up, whatever.
Hijacks it.
I wouldn't mind him just waking up in the backseat and getting out of the DeLorean and being like, "What the fuck?" Like he's already
like, we don't do the beginning because Dude, Where's My Car? You don't get the beginning.
Mm-hmm. He's already there, and then as he's like in the background, they drive off. And what could be interesting is because they think he's speaking different. They might think he's an intellectual.
Yeah.
He's a dumbass.
Yeah, kind of like Idiocracy vibes.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, Idiocracy. So they think he's a really like intellectual whatever dude. And because of that, he meets Shakespeare and
he becomes Shakespeare's ghostwriter. And he convinced him to write
bad movies, but he's like giving him all these ideas, but they're all like, Dude, Where's My Car?
No,
like,
dude, what if he's like,
all the movies that were based on his plays.
There's this movie where Amanda Bynes takes
causality, baby.
Oh my God. It's what's it called?
An Ouroboros. Ouroboros, snake eating the tail.
Yeah, because it's like
or snake licking its own butthole.
So she's the man actually came before Shakespeare, but Shakespeare became before she's the man.
Yeah, and he's like, there's this crazy movie called Lion King, right?
And Shakespeare just takes the stories out of it and just does it.
Just picture this in your head, man. Picture this: a baboon holding a lion cub over a rock. Just picture it.
But the stories about the stories about the father and the brother,
like jokes,
and the son.
No, just jokes.
But you know what's funny? So all these films, like you said, so he gives him Lion King, he gives them She's the Man, 10 Things I Hate About You. All these films. The one that's in our world original is Dude, Where's My Carriage? Where that's the biggest fight they have, and he forced them to make it. And then we cut to Marty and Doc sitting, and everything's normal. Like the ending of the film is like just Marty and Doc chilling. They don't even know about this guy, maybe, or maybe they do, whatever. And then it's like, all right, do you want to go watch the play? And then they go watch the play, and the marquee says, and then, Dude, Where's My Carriage?
And then they're like, not again.
What did he do this time?
Like, And the ending could actually be that, like, we land there and we know and it's satisfied because Buddy's trapped in the past, but we do the ending as if it's like the final scene in a Back to the Future film that's teeing up the next movie. You know what I mean? Because like, they wrap it up and then Doc comes down and he's like, "Come on, Marty, we're going back to the future." Like it's this thing like, "Oh shit, dude, Where's My Carriage" is not supposed to be a movie, so we have to go back and figure it out.
Oh man,
that's
I'm
good.
so glad
That's really good.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm really excited with this idea. Okay, who wants to summarize it?
Okay, I'll take some of what Lance summarized it before. Drunken fuck up hitches a ride on the DeLorean, and Doc and Marty unknowingly ditch him in the 14th century.
Is that where Shakespeare was?
Whatever century.
Somewhere
We'll do some research and learn what it actually is. And then he gets stranded in this century, meets Shakespeare, befriends him, and in effect becomes his ghostwriter by pitching him contemporary movies that were based on Shakespeare movies, which would insinuate that some retro causality has gone on. So Shakespeare took the modern ideas in the past and made them pasty kind of ideas, and then they got remade in the future.
So it's
and then Doc and Marty discover, "Dude, where art thou, Carriage," or whatever. And then they realize they fucked up and they have to go back in time. So it also tees up a new Back to the Future movie franchise.
Guys, there's money in this.
There is.
Dude, this is a Rick and Morty episode. If we just change it to Rick and Morty, we could pitch this to Dan Harmon and he would love this.
Sick.
I'm telling you. I'll get him on the phone.
Oh yeah, and statue.
Oh yeah, statue of
with pissed.
That's
pants.
how they should maybe even realize that they fucked up. Even as like the final piece is like the statue of the piss drunk.
Yeah.
But
the statue is him with the tattoo with whatever it says, like Doth or
I love this.
Okay, that feels like we got enough fodder to write with.
Yeah, I think
you guys happy?
Any thoughts?
I'm excited, man. This is fun.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do it.
We're gonna make it 5 pages or so, but we'll do it.
And now, Dude, Where Art Mine Carriage? Interior cramped back seat. Early morning. Ronald, 29, wakes up from a drunken slumber. His body is curled up in an impossibly small backseat of a car. Loose wires and lights flicker around him. The camera booms up as he decontorts himself and climbs out of the car. Outside, unstable and hungover, he slams the car door closed and vomits, not paying a moment's heed to the vehicle. We, the audience, are freaking out because it's the DeLorean from the iconic movie franchise Back to the Future. He rubs his eyes to get a better view of a crude wooden sign on a fence post. Unsuccessfully. He slowly walks over to the sign and squints at it harder. It takes so much effort, he doesn't notice the musket fire and 2 men sprinting towards a DeLorean. If he saw what we saw, he'd be freaking out because it's Doc and Marty.
Hurry up, Marty, we gotta get out of here!
Ronald, in his self-inflicted state, tries to get a read on his surroundings, takes out his phone, and tries to find a signal. The DeLorean speeds off behind him. Ronald pukes once more and then forces his legs to take him in the opposite direction. Reveal the sign. Stratford upon Avon. A feeble old man hand-paints the population on the sign, 1,500. Before he can finish, he has a heart attack and collapses. A younger man steps in and corrects the population to 1,499. Cut to exterior, the Garrick Inn pub, later. Ronald is bewildered by his surroundings. Everything is extremely old, like 17th century old. But he's also hungover, so a dazed smile comes across his face when he sees the sign for the Garrick Inn pub.
Well, here the dog should do the trick.
As he steps toward the entrance, the doors slam open and a disheveled and drunken William Shakespeare gets tossed into the dirty street.
Thou will rue the day you spurned the greatest writer of this epoch.
Wend home, Billy, thou art cutteth off. Peddle thy plays elsewhere. Ronald approaches Billy, not recognizing him as the William Shakespeare, famous bard.
Hey, dude, can I borrow your phone? I can't get a signal, and looks like my ride dished me.
Alas, I know not of what thou speakest, but I am in dire need to finish my play, and I am in sore need of another libation.
Yeah, not much of a reader, but could really use some alcohol to get my head straight.
Verily now thou art speaking my language. Come, friend, a kinder place be round the block.
Cut to interior, a kinder pub, later. Ronald and Shakespeare sit in front of 3 empty Viking mugs, sipping on their 4th. Foam runs down the sides. They are getting along great.
So you're some kind of like a writer, you said?
I am an overlooked artiste.
Like movies, like TV?
Shakespeare chugs his beer.
I am a playwright.
Like, like Shakespeare.
Yes, pleased to meet you, friend.
No, like Shakespeare plays like Romeo and Juliet.
Shakespeare is taken aback by this statement.
How do you know of my work? I have not finished Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, like me neither, man. I couldn't even get through it, but like I watched West Side Story. Same thing as what I was told. It's like so I know how it ends.
Thou knowest how it ends?
Yeah, you want me to spoil it? They both commit suicide.
Shakespeare's mouth drops open.
Brilliant! Thine inspiration striketh true. That is exactly how it shouldeth conclude. A tragedy through and through.
Shakespeare takes out stacks of parchment paper and a quill from his satchel and feverishly scribbles on it. There seems to be other plays there as well.
Whoa, are these all the plays you've written?
Shakespeare doesn't look up from his scribbles, but responds.
I still unfinished the lot of them.
Ronald picks one up.
Hamlet?
A sorrowful tragedy of a prince seeking vengeance against his uncle for the murder of his father.
Oh, like Lion King.
Forsooth, the prince's father is the king.
No, like the movie where Simba leaves home but then comes back to avenge his father.
Shakespeare's jaw drops wider.
Brilliant! A prince in exile. I must make edits post haste.
Wait a minute.
Something's off. Ronald squints through his drunken haze. The place is ancient. Every one of the patrons looks like they're on the brink of death. There's no one on their phone, no recorded music, no electricity.
This place is hilarious. Another round from me and my Hollywood friend here.
Cut to a montage. Exterior darkened street. The men excitedly chat in the rain as they stumble through the muddy streets.
And then Amanda Bynes takes off her top to prove she's a girl.
Yes, that is exactly what Viola should do for 12's night.
Dissolve to interior Shakespeare's flat. Days later, they drink liquor straight from a bottle. Shakespeare's hands scribbling faster and faster. Ronald tries on one of Shakespeare's hats with a giant feather.
And then Heath Ledger sings in the bleachers.
Verily so, a grand display of love to tameth the shrew.
Well, shrew, I mean, yeah, Julia Stiles can be a bit.
Dissolve to exterior a beautiful garden. Ronald is now dressed head to toe in Shakespearean garb.
So now he must decide
If he should taketh the red pill or the blue pill, of course.
right?
Dissolve to interior Garrick pub. Days later, everyone in the pub is listening to them riff.
No one remembers because their memories are erased and they find their car.
Shakespeare is in disbelief.
Astounding, we must write that together, friend. What did thou sayeth it was called?
Ronald smiles. Cut to interior theater, present day. A dimly lit movie theater. The screen flickers to life and the credits begin. The title of the movie, Dude, Where's My Car? Then below it, another title appears. Based on a Ronald and Shakespeare joint, Dude, Where Art Mine Carriage? We cut to two men in the audience, Doc and Marty, with big bags of popcorn. Hey, Doc, wasn't Ronald the name of that drunk hitchhiker? Cut to black. We hear Doc's voice off screen as the realization hits him.
Great Scott!
Finn!
In conclusion,
Back to the podcast.
Back to the podcast.
That could be a good Back to the Future rewatching podcast title.
Back to the
must
podcast.
go back to the podcast.
Dude, that was one of the quickest we've written, and it's because we got to the meat of everything.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we just went like I was thinking about it when we were about to do the radio drama. I'm like, it's only 6 pages, and it's so like there's no explanation. There's no like how do you get in the backseat or all this. But I for a short, I'm like, that's kind of it's just for me at least is wall to wall entertainment. That script.
It's
Yeah.
tight, man.
Yeah.
It does seem to suit a short better to leave more out than to put more in. That's something we're
Yeah.
kind of learning a lot, and it just kind of makes it more fun. And like we didn't explain how well, I guess we did because we got the hitchhiker thing, but we didn't need to do too much work to
No.
explain how he got in the back of the DeLorean or whatever.
Because
and-
that's not what the people like. That's not what the point of the film is. Like, we don't care really. If we really just love the guy who ends up becoming Shakespeare's homie and co-writer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
There's this efficiency of storytelling where you just see the bond grow as it's cutting through the montage. It's really good.
Yeah, that was which again, like we did this off camera, I guess. But coming up with that idea, because at first it was just going to be the whole time in the bar,
Mm-hmm.
but coming up with the idea of him becoming more and more assimilated into the Shakespeare's world and then becoming boys over weeks or whatever. I think was a great call. I can't remember how we came up on that, but that was so fun because it just like you said, the bond, like the storytelling of that is like by the end of it, and everyone listening in the bar to them talk,
Yeah.
it becomes like such a moment.
Which I literally wrote in as we read the thing. I was like, oh shit, we didn't write this location in. Everyone likes them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When you wrote the thing, literally as we were reading it, you wrote that line in, and I'm like, that's exactly what it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
This was so much fun, guys.
That radio drama itself is probably like 4 minutes. It took us 20 minutes to record though because Jono couldn't fucking.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the clips.
I want to see the fucking bloopers on that one.
That was great. Yeah, how'd you feel? How about you tell us how you felt about today's podcast?
Oh man,
and a little freestyle.
It's so much fun, man. Like I don't really do.
Drop a beat, Jono.
Yo, it's good. No, I haven't ever like really written a script out like this before, and especially one that's like a short narrative kind of thing. It felt really fun, honestly. I like collaborating. I like that magic moment where we got to the beat, to like the meat of the story.
Yeah.
Because at that point I was like, oh, where is this going? It's a cool premise, but we don't have like a driving engine or something. But the moment we all hit on something that we found inspiring, I'm like, damn, this is it's pretty magic.
It's weird, and sometimes it's just like around that next corner, and if you're like, we should just fucking park the car, you know. When you decide to like, let's just do one more lap around the block, then that's usually when the meat comes.
It's like we were playing 3-person mind meld before we started the podcast. I feel like we mind melded by doing the podcast.
That was the biggest mind melt. It was fucking that moment. They said there's an image. It's like it's usually about, you know, when people talk about success, failure, and like keep on
with
going.
the diamond.
That's exactly what I was picturing. Where it's like
the digging.
He stops digging and goes home,
and then the cross section's like right there.
The goal is right behind there. So it's like you said, right the next corner. Like I was feeling the same way where I'm like, there's something here, but I don't think we found it.
Yeah.
And then it was that moment.
And just kind of wrote itself too.
It was sweet.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Very cool.
Do we want
what were you gonna say?
No, go on.
I was gonna ask Lance if he has anything to plug.
Oh, let's see. I'm in the world's biggest improv tournament right now.
When is your show? Because this is coming out on
next
Monday.
One is Sunday.
Oh shit!
What round
Sunday,
is this?
round 4, Sweet 16.
Ooh,
so if I
slot,
make it through, yeah. Well, no. There's just the last double time slot at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. I'm in the 9 p.m. show. But if we make it through, then we're on to like the final 8,
which would be the 20th.
No, I think we skip.
Just look, because that's Easter. Okay, everyone, just look up World's Biggest Improv Tournament.
Look me up on
Monday
Instagram,
after this is released, and see if Lance. And are you with Josh?
I'm with Ryan Sheedy.
I was just gonna say we should get Ryan Sheedy on the podcast.
Sheedy's so sick. We freestyle rap together.
You've been marked.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
That's great. Awesome pairing. And you still doing like triple on genre and stuff like that?
Yes, I do triple on genre when I can every so often. I'm also part of this musical improv troupe, Staccato. We do like narrative musicals.
Right.
Super
How much improv do you do a week?
I do a lot of improv a week.
And this was improv today.
This was kind of. I do like maybe 3 or 4 shows a week or something.
That's such
more.
good reps. And if you ever see his name on a poster, do yourself a favor. Get in that room.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're ending the podcast, and this is the first time I'm saying something nice about you at the end of it. But one thing about your improv, man, and you do it 3 to 4 times a week, and I feel like at one point you were doing 5 days a week or 6 days. It's never stale. Like it's always so fresh. So
Thanks,
your
man.
improv, like it's so fun. I've never had a bad time watching your improv.
No, it's true.
You know what I mean? And the reason that's a big statement is because I've seen you do it so much, and every time I'm like so fresh.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Smart,
hey,
man.
I've seen you directing, and it's also pretty good.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. And John,
what have you seen me do?
Jono,
fuck up a script read?
And is it refreshing, baby? Is it refreshing?
Really grounds me to see a 42-year-old fucking up a script.
That's funny. All right, cool. Is that we anything else we want to add? Who would you cast as Ronald?
Some schlubby guy, you know. What am I thinking of?
No, now I can't.
You guys know that guy? Chris O'Dowd.
Yeah.
Oh, the Irish dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
He'd be pretty.
I like
good.
when he does like schlubbier.
I feel like it's got to be Goggins, man.
Walton Goggins.
Fucking
just like
Godfather
or Rockwell. Like I love both of them.
I was thinking like David Harbour, like season 1.
Oh yeah, I could
when he's still
100% see that.
Red Guardian. Yeah.
What about Millie Bobby Brown?
Yes, more of her.
Yeah, and Shakespeare could be played by Drake.
Nasty.
What if it's Drake? But yeah, because you said Levi Brown, I thought of it could be Chris Pratt too, like back in the day, like
pre-Republican
Parks
Chris
and Rec.
Pratt. Yeah.
I was thinking Parks and Rec.
That's Park and Rec, like
a little bigger.
With the bigger, yeah.
when he still lived in a van.
Yeah.
Before he was like the richest
Hawaii
man alive.
or whatever.
Before
Yeah.
he was the franchise king.
Yeah.
Who'd Shakespeare be played? Honestly, I was thinking of Matt Berry, just from What We Do in the Shadows. I mentioned it
Yeah,
previously.
or
You guys have
Richard
been-
Richard Iowati or something
Oh,
like
yeah, he
play
would be a good-
because
That
he's
would
got
be
the curly
fucking
hair.
Amazing actor.
Yeah.
You know who I like?
Yes, I am doth him.
Oh, Matt Berry. He is actually hilarious. No, you know, I was thinking of Matt Berry. Would you say Richard?
Richard Iowati.
Iowati from the
There's
IT
someone else I
crowd.
just thought of in that energy. Oh, I don't know why. I just love this guy, David Tennant.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I watched the shit out of him play Shakespeare.
Killmonger, baby. Or no, is
What's
it
that?
Kilgrave? It's Kilgrave.
Oh, on Jessica
On Jessica
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah, amazing.
Killmonger is Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan, Shakespeare though. Shirtless, like six-pack Shakespeare.
Yeah, he's hot as
He
hell.
just like
man.
fucking ripped Shakespeare. That's why the Rush Hour. So there was a pitch. I don't know. Was this on camera or I think it was while we were doing the writing. Where one of my pitches was, we should do that at the end of episodes. Is what other ideas we had that
Dead
never
pitches.
made it. Yeah, which was
the cutting room floor.
What if, oh, that's good. What if in the bar scene where they're talking about ideas, it turns out to be a bar brawl and it's like a Rush Hour fight scene?
Oh yeah,
where
yeah, and they're
Shakespeare
like
and them are like beating people up, but it's very like cool kung fu, but
like
also
throwing the quill
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Turn the quill and saying,
Yeah.
"The pen is mightier."
Yeah.
Ronald takes the quill, throws it to Shakespeare, one take, just fucking grabs it, puts a little eye.
Some alley oop shit.
Some alley-oop shit. Then you need Michael B. Jordan.
That's funny.
But yeah,
Great.
go figure out. All right.
Okay, thank you for listening.
Yes.
See ya.
Have a great week.
Peace out, y'all. No Rewrites is produced by Adil Shamsi and Jono Hunter. Edited by Justin Stevenson. Sound designed by Aaron Herastovic. Some additional voices recorded by Katie Trudeau. If you have an idea for a prompt, email us at norewritespod@gmail.com or DM us at No Rewrites Podcast on Instagram. No Rewrites is an independent show, so please make sure to like and subscribe. And tell your friends. Thanks.